All right, what is good, guys? This is something new I'm doing, guys. I'm trying to educate the people. I'm trying to make sure that people understand that entrepreneurship is difficult and it's not easy, and I want people to learn from my mistakes so they don't uh, do what I did. Because losing 12K is not fun. I learned a lot in the process, but at the same time, it was extremely frustrating. It took me 12 months of building this brand, and honestly, I feel like a failure. But I also learned a ton in the process. And listen, like if you want to have extreme wealth, you're not going to get there by working a 9 to 5 job quickly. That is, if you're trying to have extreme wealth in a short period of time, like 5 to 10 years, you have to take a moonshot. You have to go for something that scares you and just get after it. Because if you're a young guy and you're under 30 and you're saying, hey, I want to be able to build extreme generational wealth for me and my family, doing just a 9 to 5 job is going to take so long. Like by the time you have the money that you want to spend and enjoy it and live, and I'm talking about being very frugal, I'm talking about investing religiously, minimizing debt, we're looking at 40 years. Like you're going to be 60 by the time you're enjoying this money, and by then you're old. And no hate to people in the 60s. I mean, people make the most money statistically in their 50s. But if you're trying to be a young guy and also make a lot of money, it's going to take some crazy sacrifice. And so I want to just share how I got to this point where I spent 12K and I have literally like not nothing to show for it, but um, it was a very humbling experience nonetheless. So let me explain what happened. So I'm 28 right now. So when I just turned 27, I wanted to start a business, an online brand where I was selling supplements, specifically supplements that are recurring. So that way, when people subscribe, I have recurring revenue. So those customers come back and come back again. And it sounds like a great business model. That's like, oh, if they spend $40 once a month for 8 months, that person just spent with me whatever that is, 30, $320. Uh, and it's not that simple. It's not that simple at all. Getting people to buy your product online, especially a supplement, when they don't know who you are, they don't know the brand, is very difficult. If I was to start this brand, I would say 5 years ago, 7 years ago, I think if I had executed, if I had done what I did right now and at this level of execution 7 years ago, I think I would have a very successful business by now. The game has changed so much. It is so competitive now. It is so difficult now. I'm up against people who are just absolute killers in this industry, people who are absolute killers when it comes to media arbitrage and buying ads and uh, selling products using ads. It is crazy, guys. Oh my gosh, I got my ass kicked so bad. And so I started the supplement company. I got the LLC, bank account set up. I didn't know any of this too, by the way. So I called 40 manufacturers in 1 week, made a huge sheet of, all right, here are all the manufacturers that I will be working with. Called them all up. The first guy I called, how much is it going to be? He quoted me like $20,000. Uh, Next guy I called, he quoted me $16,000. Now after 2 calls, I have some more information. I kind of understand where we are at the price point. And I also kind of know the questions to ask. The first 2 calls I did, they probably knew like this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Let's just overcharge him. He's not worth our time. So by the time I got to like the 30th and 40th manufacturer, I knew exactly what I wanted. I know exactly what I was saying, but I didn't know any of this before going in. I don't have any rich parents. I don't have any connections that are in supplements and manufacturing. So I had to learn all this from scratch. So what I did was I just calling, calling. So finally, I found a brand that I felt like was pretty reputable, and so this is where it gets scary. You have to pay. It's something like close to like $1,000 just to get samples. Now, a lot of these companies, the way it works is once you pay $1,000 for samples, then they'll say, all right, but once you get the samples, you want to move forward, we'll just apply that $1,000, let's call it, towards your first purchase. So you're like, all right, I'm already $1,000 in, I'm already $700 in for the LLC. So now I'm at 1,700 bucks. Then I get the samples, then I like them. I'm like, okay, this is good. How many units should we buy? I'm starting to do the math. Okay, if I could get these influencers to sell for me, if I could do commissions, if I could do affiliate marketing, all of these things, if I could run ads, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so rich. So I did the math and I was like, all right, let's do $6,000 worth. So about 6K worth of these units, these jars of this supplement. And I have so when you order, it takes 16 weeks for them to make it. So I'm like, okay, I have 16 weeks to get this running. So I built the website, started the Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and all these things. And we have no followers because we have no product and no one knows who we are. And we have no way to sample it. We have no way for people to try it. It's just a jar. So like you can't sample a jar. You just sell a jar. If these were like individual stick packs or servings or little pouches, like that's different. Like if you wanted to send someone, like let's say like a creatine gummy, like those are huge right now. You could send little samples out, and that's how people could try it. Oh, I'll buy the $40 jar because I tried the sample. Well, I don't have that luxury because I don't know what I'm doing, and it's still very expensive to get samples. Just so you're aware. So now I'm 6K plus the 1,700, so now I'm at $7,700. I have all these units. I start getting influencers to sign on board to say, hey, if you sell this, I'll pay you X amount of dollars. They are excited. I get these contracts signed. Then we launch. The launch day comes. No sales. No one's posting. None of the influencers are answering me. None of them are following through. We have this contract. What are you doing? Are you going to do it? What am I going to do now? Say, all right, you signed this contract, you didn't do it. I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to sue them. I have no money. So you can see where this is going. So it's like, okay, shoot. Now I have no way to sell these. No one is buying these. I'm now like 6 months in. What do I do? So now I have all of these units. Got all of these units of supplements. And fast forward to today. I mean, I went out there and I hustled and I set up my little table and my tent and my signs and I handed out samples and I built a local community, very small local community. People love it. The local people love it. But we're not getting like meaningful sales. And the whole idea of this was to do this on top of my 9 to 5 job on the weekends and at nights. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much work. I underestimated how difficult this would be to get off the ground just for us to make $500 to $1,000 a month, if that. And so all this to say, you know, the brand is still alive. It's still going, but I'm very hesitant to try to scale this because once you start pouring money into ads, we start pouring money into events, like it's expensive. It's a lot of money to get to not only just to make the supplements, but then you have to have them lab tested. It's a very expensive process. And so my advice is this: if you were trying to build generational wealth, like I'm talking about like a lot of money, if you're trying to build a lot of money, you have to go for the moonshot. You have to go for, hey, I want to be the next whatever. I want to be the next my protein. I want to be the next, like if supplements is your thing and you're trying to do that, like you got to go for it. No question. And anyone who knows me knows I worked my ass off to do this. And yet I have a big fat zero in terms of what I could sell this for. I can't sell this brand. So it's like, all right, well, you're out 12K, you're out 12 months. What did we learn? I learned so much. I learned more than any university MBA class could teach me for 120K. I genuinely believe that for 12K, I learned so much. And I know what not to do next time. I know if I'm going to start a venture, you better believe I'm going to attack it from day one, I'm going to spend all of my time. I'm going to spend 90% of my time just on the idea, the understanding the market, understanding the competitors, understanding the audience. Because when I started this, I thought, oh, I could do this. There's a little hole in the market for where I live. So I was like, this is perfect. People are going to love this. And I'm going to attack that market like crazy. And that was a good, like, the idea was there, but the level of execution that you need to be at and the capital you need to be at is crazy. And so if you're young, you're trying to figure out, okay, what do I want to do with my life? How do I want to make substantial amounts of money? Do not do this. Do not do what I did. My advice is right now, if you're not making 100K a year right now, my advice is get a sales job, get a marketing job. I did sales. That's what I did. But I think marketing is great, or go into like the product space. Go to a company where you can learn hands-on experience how to build a product. That's crucial too. Because if you know how to make a product, oh yeah. Go somewhere where you can learn how to be working with an agency. If you can work for a media agency, go work for a marketing company, work for a sales company. These are skills that will pay you so much money that you will be so dangerous. So for example, I have sales experience. That's what I'm really good at. Marketing, I don't know anything. And that's why I think this ultimately failed, was my marketing. I don't know how to market. I learned expensively. I don't know how to build a product. I learned a ton. Now I do know how to build a product. I'm learning how to market now. And so my sales skills here, but then my marketing skills and product skills are here. They were non-existent. Now they're like here, like level 2. Like out of level 10, like I'm level 9 sales now. I feel like I genuinely, you give me any product, I feel like I can sell it very well. But when it comes to marketing, it's like I don't have the first clue, but I have a better clue now. And I have a better clue when it comes to building a product. So all this to say, if you are in your 20s, you're a dude. Uh, sorry, ladies, I'm just speaking to the dudes right now. If in your 20s you're not making 100K a year, I can help you. I'll do it for free. I'll teach you how to sell. That's what I'm here for. I'm trying to build this personal brand here where I just help others learn. If I can help you learn faster than the way I had to learn, I spent a lot of money actually to learn how to sell. I spent 6 months for free selling for a guy so I could just learn. Most people won't hire you to do that. I only did it because it was my only option. Like I literally asked so many companies and they didn't hire me. And this guy was like, yeah, you can work for me for free. And I mopped the floors. I got there 9 a.m. I left 6 p.m. every day. I was working 9 to 6, an hour drive each way. So now we're talking about 11 hours a day to make next to no money. But the skills that I learned was invaluable. And so fast forward, I started this company, I launched this brand, and I failed. But also I learned a lot. I'm much more dangerous now for business. I now know what it takes. I now know the sacrifice. And you can best believe if I'm going to start another venture, I'm not doing it like how I did this one. I'm going to understand my market so well. I'm going to understand the audience so well. I'm going to market the crap out of this with social media. Social media is not my strength. From day one, I'm going to find someone who can help me with social media. If you're trying to build a brand, do it in public. I recommend. I didn't do that. Build it in public. But that's if you're building something great and you're onto something. If you have a really good idea that no one's doing, building in public is a good idea because no one else is doing it. And if you're ahead of the game and you're executing at a high level, but if you're building in public and you're not executing at a high level and you're filming everything and showing everyone, that's bad. So all this to say, I want to see you guys succeed. I don't want you to learn the mistake that I made, but at the same time, I think you should go for it. Try it anyways. I failed, but at the same time, I learned so much. It was so valuable. And I truly believe that we all have within us the potential to change our lives, change our families' lives, provide ridiculously well, get extremely wealthy. But it takes time, it takes a lot of failure, a lot of mistakes. And so I'm going to keep trying to do these videos, educate the people, provide really good value, and just give back. So I appreciate you guys. We have literally 0 viewers on here, which is pretty funny, actually. I just did this for no one. But I'm doing this because I want the people to succeed. I want them to do well. I want to see you do well. And if I can help in any way, let me know. I'm totally down to do more live streams where I can share how to get sales jobs, how to ask for promotions, how to negotiate for a higher salary, how to negotiate for that sales job that you feel like is out of reach, how to climb the leaderboard of a sales company. I could give you a little bit of advice on building a brand and product, but I wouldn't take my advice too well on that part because obviously I failed. So it's like Alex Hormozy. It's like you ask him for advice, he can give you advice because he's done it. And it's like, okay, well, I can give you advice on the things that I'm good at, which is sales, networking, investing. But if it's like building a product, I can tell you what not to do. That I can do. But appreciate you guys, all 0 of you. Yeah, that's it. Peace out.